Ever wondered how alcoholic drinks differ across the globe? In today's video, we're diving into the world of alcohol, what it's called, how it's served, and the names that might surprise you when you're traveling. Grab a glass, or not, and let's get started.
Let's start with the big hitters. Spirits. These high alcohol content drinks are popular worldwide, but they go by different names depending on where you are. For example, in the United States we say whiskey, but head over to Scotland, and it becomes whiskey with no E. Now how about vodka? It's a staple in Russia, where it's often enjoyed straight, but in Poland you might hear it called wodka, with a slightly different pronunciation. Both countries claim to be the birthplace of this clear spirit, but we'll leave that debate for another day. And then there's tequila, the pride of Mexico. Just make sure you sip it like the locals. None of that salt and lime nonsense if you want to blend in. However, if you're in Spain, they might offer you aguardiente, a strong, clear spirit that also packs a punch.
Moving on to wine, one of the oldest alcoholic beverages around. While it's universally loved, the way people refer to it can vary. In France you might hear vin, while in Italy it's vino. But it's not just the names that change. The style does too. For instance, in France you might enjoy a glass of Bordeaux or Champagne, both named after their regions. In Italy you'd probably sip on Chianti or Prosecco. And if you're in Spain you must try a glass of Vino Tinto, their rich red wine. And let's not forget about port, the sweet fortified wine from Portugal. It's called Porto there, and it's often enjoyed as a dessert wine. So, whether you're toasting with a glass of vin, vino, or Vino Tinto, you're in for a treat.
Now, let's talk about beer. Whether you call it beer, bière in France, bière in Germany, or cerveza in Spain, this golden brew is a global favorite. But the styles differ. Lager, ale, stout, IPA, the list goes on. In Germany, beer isn't just a drink, it's part of their culture. They even have beer purity laws. If you order a beer in Germany, it's likely a Pilsner or a Hefeweizen. In the UK, you might get a pint of bitter or an ale, served warm, of course. But if you're in Japan, try a Nama Biru, which means draft beer. And in Mexico, don't miss out on a cold cerveza, especially with a slice of lime. Beer might have different names, but the joy of cracking open a cold one is universal.
Now, what about cocktails? These mixed drinks are where bartenders get creative. A mojito in Cuba, a margarita in Mexico, or a Negroni in Italy. Each country has its own signature mix. Even the classic gin and tonic gets a twist depending on where you are. In Spain, you might get a gin tonic served in a large balloon glass with fancy garnishes. Meanwhile, in Brazil, you can't miss the caipirinha, a refreshing cocktail made with cachaça, lime and sugar. And of course, let's not forget about the Irish coffee, whiskey and cream, a warming treat from Ireland that's perfect for a chilly day.
Whether you're sipping a whiskey in Scotland, enjoying a glass of vin in France, or cracking open a cerveza in Spain, alcohol comes with a lot of variety and names. Knowing what to order and what it's called can make your travel experience even richer. So next time you're traveling, don't just order a drink. Order it like a local. And if you enjoyed learning about these different types of alcoholic drinks and how they're referred to around the world, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment with your favorite drink, and subscribe for more fun and informative videos. Cheers!
Subscribe for more travel tips and language learning tricks.